Hi there. Unfortunately, the audio on this round just didn't record. I'm not sure why, but it was it was patchy in some places and just didn't record in others. So I'm going to have to kind of re-record the audio over. So this is a dubbing, not a live action thing. I thought about this hand for quite a while and eventually decided to keep, but in hindsight, I shouldn't have kept. I mean, I don't know why I kept. I figured if I draw, like the only bad things I'm drawing is blue cards because I could draw islands or white spells or planes, and either way, that's fine. But I mean, I need to draw a 2-drop turn 2 for the hand to be good, otherwise it's just not quick enough. Turn 4 Assault Griffin is rarely good in this format, and I mean, if I draw an island for the bear, it's fine, but other than that, it's basically not going to get there. So, um, I mean, even with a perfect draw of turn 2 Pegasus, I'm still needing to draw things for the hand to be good. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. So, yeah, in hindsight, I should not have kept this hand. He leads with Crimson Mage, which there's nothing I can do about, and that gets his Bloodthirst on, which means he makes a Blood Ogre. So at this point, I'm already pretty far behind. I do draw the island, but rather than just make a bear and pass, the Peregrine Griffin's probably going to be able to block both his guys next turn, so I'll just try and start racing him back in the air, and hopefully that's enough to get him. He has a Shock Collar, which is basically the perfect card there, because it's the cheapest way of killing the Griffin. And then he also has a follow-up play, even though it's not the most aggressive one. But I mean, even so, he's basically drawing perfect every turn, so at this point, the Merfolk Looter basically seals the game, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to need a lot to come back into the game. Sorry, my voice has gone a bit sore. So yeah, he also has a Challenger's Outrage, and there's not much I can do at this point. There's nothing I can draw, so I just concede. And draw my control. Which would not have done it, unfortunately. I'm yawning. I'm not sure why I'm so tired. I wasn't so tired in the second run. So yeah, back to sideboarding. There's not really much I can change. I mean, again, Turn to Frog doesn't really do a whole lot. I didn't see any big guys. I didn't really accidentally click the not the it's not minimize and not maximize. What's the other button? Anyway, I accidentally clicked that. Might have been a bit weird. But anyway, yeah, there's nothing to board in. I didn't see any big guys, so Frog's not going to do much. We're just kind of racing each other. In which case, Frog is actually dead. I'm on the play this game. This hand's much better. It's got 2 3-drops that I can actually cast, and then unsummon and negate should be able to hold him off long enough for the 3-drops to get there. If I draw a 2-drop, great. If I don't, I'll just start bashing him on turn 3. He doesn't have a Phantasmal Bear, and I draw another 3-drop, which is fine. Again, I'm kind of in a situation where most of what I draw is good, really. The only bad things will be 5-drops, but if I draw lands or spells, either way, that should be fine. Well, there's a 5-drop, but again, it now means any land is good, and pretty much most of the spells in the deck are good. Even if it's 4-drop, I'm going to get land eventually. Looter is kind of annoying, but I mean, I am applying a lot of pressure with my hand, so hopefully I can get him before the Looter just starts to take over the game. He plays Ponder, so he didn't get there with Looter. He didn't get what he needed. But you can see from both the first and second games in this match just how fast the format is, where if you don't play much in the early turns, the game is almost over. I mean, in game 1, obviously, my first play was turn 4, and it's just nowhere near good enough. In this game, by his turn 3, all he's made is a 1-1 and an artifact that gums up his mana. So I'm really far ahead in this game, especially now that I've drawn land, so I can play another 3-power flyer and keep up unsummon. Yeah, I was thinking actually I might have been better off making the Benalish veteran there in case he's got Fireball. I mean, it's unlikely, but if he does have Fireball there, it just kills both my guys and loses nothing basically. I mean, I could unsummon one, but it's still a 2-for-1 for him, and it's a bunch of tempo. So I probably should have made the veteran there actually. I obviously ended up not mattering, but just as something to think about, I didn't even consider it. Because you always think there's no Pyroclasm in this format, so you don't have to play around it, but there is still a Fireball. He attacks with a Looter, which means his hand's pretty good. I guess it means he's got a land, a 5-drop, and a removal or something like that in those 3 cards. But like he doesn't have a 3-drop, he would have used it, I think, rather than just tapping a guy. But now I decided that, I mean, I'm actually just racing him, So even though the Peregrine Griffin costs more, it's got less power. So I'd actually rather just make the 3 power guy and just keep bashing him because I'm probably going to unsummon what he makes here. If it trades with Benelish, and if it does, then it's blocking Griffin anyway. So yeah, there we go. Oh, sorry, it's blocking the 3/1 guy, and so Griffin doesn't actually make that much difference. So yeah, just make the higher power guy, unsummon his guy as I was expecting, and just keep bashing him. Draw a land, which is not great, but we're still quite far ahead. The guy he just made there is still only trading with the creatures I've got, so he needs something better than that if he wants to stay in the game. So next turn he'll just trade and go to 5, assuming he just remakes the Chasm Drake. Sorry, take 5, trade and take 5, so go to 6, assuming he remakes the Chasm Drake. But he played a land before looting, which suggests he has something that costs 6. Or he's just not thinking about his plays. Or I suppose something that costs 3 and tap. But it turns out he does actually have something that costs 6. And it's a Harbour Serpent, which is not actually that bad for me. I've still got 5 damage in the air. And a Ponder should help, so I'll Ponder and see a pretty good 3. And Time Reinforcements is basically a dead card. But the other 3 are very good, so obviously put that on top first so I don't draw it. And then put the Arbalest Elite on top. And then draw the Manowar this turn. Play the Manowar. And this basically seals the game, so I've got Negate up as well, so there's not much he can do here. I mean, he can chump with Murfoot Looter if he wants to and take 5, go to 6. And then he's on 6 life facing 4 creatures, and I've got a Negate, so there's not a whole lot he can do here. He does chump in the end. So he chumps and loots, discarding. Can't remember what he discards. Probably something irrelevant. Belter Sphinx. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's better than Harbour Serpent right now. Seeing as Harbour Serpent does not block either of my flyers. But I'm fairly sure this is where it finishes. Yeah, he said GG in the chat, I think, so I just replied to him and said GG. And I draw my 2 cards even though I knew I was there just out of habit. And then, again, no sideboarding, just same reason as before. I don't really see the reason. I thought about bringing the Harbour Serpent, but I figured he's quite aggressive and I'm on the draw, so I'd rather just have the 2/4 Flying First Strikers because I'd probably be taking out Peregrine Griffin for it. And I'd rather have those because they defend better against a sort of army of small guys. So my opponent won the... sorry, my opponent lost the previous game, so he's going to choose to go first this one. It's taken a while, so I'll just pause the video there. This hand is much more keepable than one in game 1. It's got the 2-drop, and the Ponder should help us get a 3 and or 4-drop, so yeah, it's not much to think about here. We obviously just snap keep it. And the opponent, I believe, does not a whole lot. He kind of goes away again, so I go to pause, but then he comes back just in time. So yeah, as you can see, I'm about to go to pause, and then he arrives. So he doesn't have a 1-drop, I'll just Ponder and hopefully hit a 3-drop. And I don't, but I mean, all the spells are more than keepable. It's got the land I need to be able to cast that Arbalest Elite, and unsummon is always fine. So yeah, obviously just keep these. And ship it back. He makes a creature I pretty much never want to see. Oh no, he doesn't, sorry. No, I just got me confused. I was thinking he made a Murfoot Looter there, but no, that was the last game. But yeah, just make the Coral Merfolk. He makes a hand that, again, I'm more than happy to. Well, I say again, you probably didn't hear me say it the first time, that's why I'm re-recording audio. But yeah, I'm more than happy to trade with that if he attacks, especially because I know he's got Bloodthirst. So, I mean, he can't really have a trick, so I've got Stave off and unsummon anyway, so if he attacks, I just snap block it, which happens, and they trade. And yeah, he's happy to let that resolve. a not so spectacular follow-up of M12 Cutthroat, so I guess he's not really playing the aggressive this game, which means it's quite good for me because I've got the flyer and I've got the Arbalest Elite and also the time reinforcements. And I actually think about this one for a while. I think I end up deciding I'm not too bothered about the 6 life. I mean, I'm on 20, so it's not like 6 life is that relevant, and the more creatures I play, the less likely I am to get a good time reinforcements, and I want to make the Griffin next turn, so I end up just casting the time reinforcements basically. So once I get around to doing that on the video. Yep, there we go. Keep cast reinforcements. Keep up unsummon should I need to. Probably won't, but I mean, there's more chance I need unsummon than I need stave off. I mean, if he war paints a guy or something, I can just stave off during my turn or unsummon it either way. Because like, unsummon's good against the same stuff that stave off is in this case. As your mage kind of owns my whole deck, so that might be a bit of an issue. If I'm not going aggressive, then that's just going to slowly take control of the game. What I should have done as well, I didn't think about it in the video, is I should have unsummoned the M12 Cutthroat during his turn, because with that as your mage, I now need to go aggressive. And so I kind of want to unsummon that, bash him for 3, and then either he spends a turn replaying it, or he draws a card, in which case I just keep bashing him. So it basically means he can't draw cards off as your mage for free, basically. Because I'm getting in a lot of kind of incidental damage. So I just make the Arbalest Elite, because now the Arbalest Elite means next turn he can't really block with Cutthroat unless he wants to lose it to a token, effectively. But actually it's all irrelevant, because he just drops an Inferno Titan. So the game I thought I was playing is now no longer a game, it's just a race to mind control. If I don't get mind control, I lose, basically. And there's not mind control. But we've still got, I think, 2 draws is a good estimate before I die, because next turn he's going to kill all 3 guys. I will probably take 6 to 9. Then the turn after that I've got to stave off to stay alive, assuming I draw something. And yeah. So I've got 2 draws to get mind control, I think. That's what I've worked out at this point. And ping ping ping. Like I said, I'll take 6. 6 or 9. I don't block, because if he pumps it, then he can't play creatures, so that's actually fine with me. And yeah, he just makes more creatures. Another M12 Cutthroat, and we got there. Oh no, wait, sorry. No, that was a land. My bad, I didn't get there. Yeah, I can't really attack. I just need to stave off, block, hope I live, draw mind control, and then hope he hasn't made enough creatures to make that relevant, which is probably the case anyway. He Chanter's Outrageous here. It was obvious he was doing it when he started tapping mana, which is actually really good for me because I just stave off and give it pro red, which means I now block for free. But I'm still basically dead if he just attacks with all his guys, because he puts me on 9, then I have to block the Titan. And then I take 6, go to 3. But actually he just doesn't want to play well and just attacks with the Titan. So now I'm going to be on 9, and mind control does actually basically win the game, assuming he can't unsummon or cancel it. He has kept cancel mana up though, so he might just have the cancel. But anyway, so no, he taps out actually. So yeah, so then I draw mind control and win. Oh no, wait, no, sorry, no, I lose. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time, and I don't know when next time will be, but bye.